Hello, everyone. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, guys? I think it's working now, huh? No? I hope it is. Yeah, I think it's working. Oops. What's up, guys? How's it going, everyone? How's life today? What's today? Wednesday? It's already in the middle of the week, huh? We're going first. Leland? Hey, what's up? What's up, Leland?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man?
Oh no, I can't hear.
How's everything going? You're looking like you're hiding from the Blair Witch or something. How's everyone doing, huh? Everyone all right? I think I'm doing better as far as like able to kind of go places, you know. Let's try to add Leland again. What's
Hey,
up,
can you
Leland?
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Awesome, awesome. Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's
How's it? Hey.
it's going good. It's awesome to see you.
Yeah, same here. Everything all right? You feeling better? I know you said you were, not feeling
Yeah, I'm sick, but I'm on like the getting better side of being sick.
hell yeah. No, it's always good to at least feel better. It's terrible to feel worse while getting sick. So I know that feeling.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
wife got she got we're both sick, and she got the worst of it. She's super sick.
Women always get the worst of it. How's her? But nah, otherwise like everything's all right. It's a good week.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
No, it's
Well,
good.
I got I wouldn't say laid off, but I got put on like I don't know what to say. I do construction, and we had to have to take a couple weeks off because
Oh,
of
that's not good.
yeah, but it's okay because my wife works, so it's not like
Okay. Well, that's good. At
yeah,
least
yeah,
you have some sort of like backup. I know that feeling because I've like when I was when I was put on like a disability for my one job, and I wasn't sure like because you only get like a third of what you make or 2/3 of what you make. So I was worried about money for that, but I ended up getting this other remote job, so I'm doing all right. But I know that feeling of I don't know. It's scary, but then again, everything scares me.
yeah. Well, she's got a way better job than I do, so it's like it's not even if I miss a few weeks, it's not gonna affect us too much. That kind of
That's
thing.
good. Oh no, that's good
Yeah.
then. But I'm sure you'll find it or you'll get back to work. I'm sure in no time, right? Or find
Yeah,
something
it's
else.
just yeah, no, it's the same job. It's just the next job we have doesn't start for a few weeks, so
Okay.
it because I work construction, so it's like they it's like there's weeks where like 10, 12 hour days, 5 days a week, then there's like short
Y-
days, short weeks, and then there's like lulls and everything like that. But
Yeah.
with how much I make, put it aside, it's it works.
No, that's smart. And no, I'm glad you are like confident that you'll get back on your feet or you'll get that job back. Like, oh no, it's just a little bit of time off. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You know,
Oh
maybe.
yeah, I have tons of yard work to do, and I have dogs and cats, so I've I don't get bored.
That's cool. No, that's great. No, and where are you from? Like if you want to say like where along the states?
Oh, originally, I grew up. I was born and raised in Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
and then I met my wife. Actually, I met my wife on playing video games.
Mm.
The game Overwatch.
Yeah, yeah.
I met her on I met her on there, and we just like connected, and one thing led to another, and I moved here to Georgia, where I live now, and then we've been married for about in October we'll be married for 2 years.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And but I've lived here. It's going on 5 years, but yeah, we've been married for 2 years, going on two. But yeah,
That's good because I don't know, like I've always seen like marriage, like I knew a lot of couples that I worked with that never cared to get married. They were just always together and they were always like they had kids, bought houses together, they bought cars together, but they just never got married. And I don't know, it's just weird to me that I mean it's cool. It's just odd that y'all are like married because I'm so used to like people just like doing everything else but the marriage part, like just officially getting married.
and the cool thing is both of us don't want kids, so that's another awesome thing. Like we're married, we don't want kids. We have, we do our own thing, have our own money, sleep in
No,
as late as we want when we want to.
I don't
You
think I'd
know,
want kids. I wouldn't want kids either, but that's just to not keep this sickness in my head going on another lineage,
yeah, that's exactly what me and my wife we sat down and talked about that. Like both of us have, depression, this and that, and we're just like, do we really want to pass that on to another generation? And we just, yeah, we're just like, nah, let's just let it die here.
That's exactly. I don't mean to say it's as dark it is because I do use a joke like that. Like I don't want to pass it on, but
Yeah.
I have I have like my nieces, so I know like I guess my bloodline will live on if I really want to care that much. So I'm sure maybe you have like other family or something that the
uh,
name will live on the bloodline.
uh, unless my brother has kids, I doubt it. I mean, I do have a nephew. My wife has. I have a nephew and a niece from my wife's side.
Okay,
So. But
no,
yeah,
that could,
unless my brother has kids, it's we're pretty much done with our line
that's right
lineage,
there. Well,
which I'm
enjoy
cool. I
while
mean, I'm cool with my mom's passed away, so she's not going to care. And my dad's at this point, he's like, whatever, you know.
I'm jealous. I wish my mom was gone. God, she's just a thorn in my fucking paw. Like really,
Uh,
I feel, and
See,
I hope I don't know if you actually like you probably love your mom, you care about her, but like I feel like all my troubles would be lifted if my mother just like one day I'm gonna feel good and then hear that like she passed away. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, the curse is lifted. Like I'm great now. I'm fine.
see,
But
that's how I feel. It's the opposite with me. Like, I wish it was like my dad would have. My mom would still be
okay.
alive, and my dad would be the one that. Because yeah, like,
Okay, well then I'm sorry that's the situation.
oh no, no, it's totally fine. Like my
Yeah.
mom's been passed away for about 4 or 5 years now, so it's like it sucks. I miss her every day, but what are you gonna do? You
No,
know,
and yeah, yeah, and whatever you believe in, whether it's like you know, the souls live on or an afterlife or whatever, I'm sure she's with you, whatever, you however you care. Uh you keep her memory alive.
yeah, yeah, totally. Like I'm a before she passed away, I was like 100% atheist. Like you couldn't tell me otherwise. But once she passed away, because she was like such a good person, like she literally was one of those people. Like she was handicapped and was in a wheelchair, but she never let that bother her. She would like give you her last $20 to to help anyone. Like it didn't matter who you were.
Yeah,
So it's like
she always put herself second. Never.
Yeah. So if someone that passed away, like, had to go somewhere better than where she was,
Yeah.
so it turned me into, I guess, was it agnostic? So I'm at that point in my life. So it's like I don't I don't know what exists, but if someone that good passed away, has to go somewhere better than where she was. She was in a lot of pain and had to take a lot of medicine and this and that. So
No,
but
I
she's
I
in a better
feel
place. That's how I feel. Even if I'm wrong, even if it's not true, it makes me feel better.
yeah, of course. No, I think I believe this the exact same way that there has to be like a maker of some sort, whether it's one god or two or three or four gods or whatever, or however you want to believe it. There has to be someone higher, a higher power, like calling the shots. And I don't, yeah, I could see that there are really good people in the world, and they have to go somewhere. Like, I think the most wholesome person I can think of, like, in my head, is like Mr. Rogers, maybe, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
as far as like a person that I don't think ever has done anything wrong. Like, everyone could speak to how good he was, and there's got to be like an afterlife, where I don't know. But then again, like, I feel like how our minds, the electricity in the brain stays alive. I feel like after even we fall asleep or we die, we got to kind of dream or something after that, and it has to be some form of a heaven or a hell or whatever you want to believe.
yeah. It's like with was he like energy? It can't be created or destroyed. It's forever. It's just like
It passes on.
yeah. It's always there. So it's like even if there isn't like I don't know, when I say quote unquote heaven or quote unquote hell or this or that, I feel like good people go good places. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like
No, I get you. I do
the
get
good
you.
energy goes to good places.
Yeah, and I
And
always and I always say, I guess, me, like, there's good, like, it's all about intention. And two, like, I could do the wrong things for the right reasons and the right things for the wrong reasons, but I guess it is all like more about intention. And I like you said, like your mother, you truly believe she's like a good person. She must be. I truly believe my mom is a bad person. Like,
oh, I'm not
eh,
saying she's done bad things and did things that probably weren't best for me in my childhood and everything like that. But like overall, she was a good person. Was a good person. Like not everyone is 100% good.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
always bad things, but for the most part, for what I saw growing up as a kid, she was a very good person.
yeah,
But she did things that I disagree with as a that I was an adult. But what
yeah.
are you
But
gonna
I,
do
I,
now?
I
It's
think
already
there's,
happened.
a good, like, ratio of, you know, good to bad. Like, where we just see, I don't know, as a person, we're weighted on that scale of character, and the good we do, the bad we do, the reasons why we did it. And it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell because you don't know who's really judging us. like
Exactly.
who's to say we didn't steal that money at a certain time for those right reasons. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a it's just all about intention, the good and the bad. But
Yeah, and if there is a supreme being out there watching us, I don't think stealing a candy bar is gonna put you in,
yeah,
in the
yeah.
negative column, or or something, to that extent. It's gonna put you in the negative column,
No, I
like they say,
let me see if I get Ian right here and see how that adds to the stream. Hey, Ian Hawk, welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone else. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing?
Hey, Ian.
Hey, you guys, you able to hear me?
You're kind of muffled.
Kind of muffled here. I can take one more.
Y'all able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better.
Yeah.
Ooh, I missed it.
No, we're just talking
Okay,
about
that works.
we're talking about good and the good and evil and everything, and how like, of course I feel like in life there's scales you weigh, like, okay, your whole life there's all the good you did, all the bad you did, but then there's also the intentions. Like, I'm sure I've done bad things for what I thought were the right reasons, or vice versa. But I was telling Leland how my mom's just pure evil, and I feel like the day she passes away, my body will feel like a great relief from all the anxiety and all that. Like, she just has cursed me with all of that. But Leland was telling me
How do you
about
feel about your dad?
my dad.
Yeah, how do you like? Are you in good terms with your dad? Has your dad passed away, or like
No, my
how's
dad's
that?
around, and he's a cool guy, but he's not a good dad. He's like a real, like, someone I'd like to hang out with, and he's real funny, but he hasn't really like taught me anything about like life. You know what I mean? As a dad should, or he's not a
Yeah,
good
he's
role
like more of
model.
a buddy.
Yeah, he's like a uncle or something more or anything. But yeah, I don't know, Ian, how like close you might be to your parents, or how they affect you in your everyday life.
Well, my dad died in 2012, actually,
Oh yeah, no, I'm
and
sorry.
I'd probably say
I'm
he
sorry to hear
was
that.
the good in my life, whereas my mom, I wouldn't necessarily call her like evil, but she goes through these moods where it's like she just destroys everything in her life, and then all of a sudden it's good, and then it gets really bad, and then it's good again. That's basically how it
It's
is.
like a, what do you call it? Like a roller coaster, because it's
Yeah.
like up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I know
Oh, my
that.
mic is low. I really don't know how to fix that. I don't have a mic, to be honest.
Oh no, like your mom's life's like a roller coaster, not your mic.
Oh no, so sorry. I was looking at the chat right here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my mom's, yeah, her emotions are a roller coaster. So just having to deal with her on a general basis is kind of stressful. But I mean, it's overall I can deal with it.
Oh, and you take care, or at least you like, you. I wouldn't say you handle your mom. Like, you're with your mom.
Oh well, no, she actually lives in Galveston now.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I don't deal with my mom at all. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
My mom had like an episode at the beginning of February, and so we were gonna have my daughter's birthday down in Galveston, and instead we changed everything because this episode was so shocking to me that I had to like go, no, I'm not gonna come visit you for a week or two, and then and so she got over the week, she kept accusing me of random things, and then finally, she cornered me and my wife into going to like a Chuck E. Cheese birthday near our town.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So you just made it all about herself, your daughter's.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
basically and then the whole time it was how much can I, buy the kids these tokens and all this other stuff.
So
yeah.
So
she just
No.
wanted to prove how much she was like the best grandma in the world type
yeah,
shit.
she's trying to do a little bit of that, I guess.
Yeah.
My great grandmother's not in good health, and so it was good to see her. But in the other, I was just like, I mean, I could deal with not seeing my mom at this moment or not. It was
Yeah,
rough.
and I hate the concept that, like, I mean, I don't know if y'all deal with it, but like, and I'm sure y'all break, well, not you, Leland, because you don't plan to have kids, but like, I would want to break the cycle and not pass these same like curses onto the next kin. Like, I know with my nieces, I'm trying to like always be there for them, never let them down, never show them like these weaknesses of emotion, and that, because then they're gonna not think that the parents are like, I don't know, you know what I mean, like, because I feel like
Yeah.
my parents only cared about themselves. And
Hey, when was the last time you've interacted with your mom?
Dude, I haven't interacted with my mom and it's probably been a couple of years. I know my
Do you
sister.
live around her?
We live in the same town,
Okay,
but
you just
my sister deals with her more, bitch, because my sister wants to be in her eyes a good person. She wants to like try to build this relationship with our parents
that's how
when like
my sister's the same way. She's in good contact with my mother.
yeah, but my mom still treats her like shit. And then my sister comes to me and is like, "Oh, you were right. She did this." And I'm like, "I knew. A snake. She's a snake. A snake's a snake. Like it's gonna bite you. But don't come to me whenever it does, because I told you, you know." But I understand my sister wanting to have a relationship with our mother because it's our mother, and you don't want my nieces to think, "Oh, you don't want to talk to your grandmother because she's an evil person." Because then that's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's like you're trying to build this perfect facade of a family according to like a Hallmark movie that my sister wants, while I'm here just trying to tell her, why do you even deal with mom? She's pure evil. You know, like just it's toxic. Just keep her out of your life
That
and it'd
that's
be
how it
better.
is with me and my brother with my dad. He's my brother's like the golden child, even though he's like screwed up so many times, like so many times. Like he's the golden child, and anything I do, even though I'm like in my 30s, late 30s now, it's still like I still hear shit about it. Like and my brother's always like, "You should talk to dad more. You should talk to dad more." And I'm like, but when I do, it's about himself or what I'm doing wrong. So it's like, why would I waste time putting myself in that negative position?
Yeah, yeah. When it's just gonna affect you. There's no positive outcome to this. It's just gonna affect you negatively. Like, and what do you get out of it? Like, and that's, I feel like that's the same. I do have a little brother. I know the chat's asking if I have anyone else. I have a younger brother who's like 28 or 26, I forget. But right now he's with my mother, and my mother's painting him to be like the golden child. And I remember like I used to be the golden child years ago because I would take care of my mother, do everything she said, this and that. But then it got to a point where like it was literally affecting my life. Like I would try to like, you know, be with a girl or something, and she'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna go spend time with her and not me," and make me feel guilty about it, or "Oh, you're gonna spend money on this and not me," and it was all about like being a mama's boy instead of me just living my life, you know. Or you're gonna try to go to college. No, you need to like work and help support me instead of bettering yourself, you know. And
Is your mother Mexican or Latino? Is that what she
yeah,
is?
she's Latino. Yeah, we're fully Latino.
Is that? Do you think that's why? Because like how like how Latino families are. It's all about like the family
I
first
don't.
and everything.
I think that's a part of it, and then I would always accept it because my grandpas were like hard workers, and then my father was always working, so I always thought, well, I need to work too, like because that's just the, I don't know, the Mexican way or whatever, I guess. But uh, it got to a point where like I was suffering like socially, you know, where I would like care about my mom more than like my own social life and losing out on like other things, you know. And now here I am like 36, you know, with so much anxiety I can't go anywhere, when I wasted like the, I guess, I don't know, prime years of your life just like taking care of your mom when she should be taking care of you. And it's not like she was, what would you call it, physically or mentally handicapped or anything. She just didn't want to do anything, you know. She just wanted me to not live my life.
Kind of like she had you as a I don't like a mini slave, I guess you could say, to take care of her.
Yeah, like the just the good son, you know, like, oh well,
Yeah.
he's always here for me, he's always there for me, you know, this and that, he's never gonna leave me, he needs me, more than I need him, blah blah blah. And but she was like kind of crazy and evil. Like I remember in our apartment, in the closet she would have a bunch of candles, like those religious candles, and she'd have like 12 of them in the closet. And in an apartment, that's a very huge fire hazard to have like 12 candles in your closet just lit up, not breathing because the closet's closed. And she has them lit for different reasons, whether it's like, oh, this is going to help me get money, or this is going to ruin your father's life because he's a piece of shit. She was like, she wasn't good, and I knew it. She's not a good person. uh but I don't know, like, if y'all, I don't know, like, it sounds like both of you have, all of you have parents too that I guess weren't really parents. They were, I don't know, they just gave birth to you and then that was it, like,
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
One wanted to be a parent. The other one just thought that they wanted to be a parent. For me,
yeah.
anyways.
And so Ian, you were close to your father when you said he passed away?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was really close to my father. He was in the oil field, and one day he was driving. He used to pull like the salt water out of the top of tankers, and just his truck broke down and flipped off a bridge.
Oh, it's
But
terrible.
yeah, yeah. It was pretty traumatic at the time. My little brother and sister, they took it pretty bad, but after all of that, I mean, everything. My mom pretty much. That's probably when she snapped and went a little like emotionally, haywire. I would say.
Yeah, and they were like very
Yeah,
close.
yeah. Like our dad was like the center point of our family. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that's understandable. I mean, of course you don't want to see your mother snap like that, or like, kind of something like that to happen, but to me that's justifiable, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
yeah, to like lose, if you lose like the love of your life or something, I feel like it is justifiable to kind of, not be all right, but you should still want to, like, I don't know, be a mother, be strong, but I guess I could understand that, like,
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I was 7. No, I just turned 18 at the time, so I was fairly older, but my brother and sister were fairly younger. So she took more to like being their mom, which is understandable, which is totally understandable. And then me and her have just been in up and downs for the past 10 years.
Yeah. No, and that's something I couldn't empathize with, like losing a parent like that. You know what I mean? That's horrible. And I mean, I'm glad you're making it now, at least. Well, I don't know if you're stronger from it, but at least you're holding together with your family, and at least trying to keep your mom kind of in there, and dealing
Yeah,
with those
yeah.
struggles. That's, yeah,
I mean,
like,
I mean,
to me I can like applaud you for that. Like, that's because my mom just being crazy for the sake of her being crazy, because she like lost her job and like was embarrassed in the town we lived in or whatever. It was all like a gossip, small town type thing that went down.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was kind of almost the opposite. Like my mom never had to work, and so
yeah,
after my dad passed away, she got some life insurance money, but after that, she had to like find a job, and it was kind of traumatic, like real life changing and traumatic.
yeah. It's shell shocking. No,
Yeah.
for real. Nah,
Um,
and what's up, Leland?
oh, I was gonna say, I don't even mean to like try to. Uh, my parents were divorced when my mother died, so when she happened, she choked to death and suffocated. I was in multiple states away, and I'm the one that had to lot because I was the oldest person. I was her next of kin because they were divorced. I'm the one that had to say it was okay to pull the plug.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was. It's. I feel guilty for it, but she always told us as a kid if that ever happened to her because she was handicapped and she had lots of medical problems that she always told us if anything happened to her, pull the plug. Like, so that's what I had to do, So I totally understand, Ian, like how, losing your dad like that so abruptly, like, how they can like mess with you and stuff. I was in my 30s when it happened, so it wasn't that young, but like it still affects me. So I can understand losing a parent that you like
Oh, I think
love
I don't think at any
to
age it really changes.
you just love, and it's like every day I'm just like, you wish you could talk to him, like you're just like, hey, you just wish you could be like, hey, how you doing? That like I like that's like if I could give anything, like people are like, oh, if you could have like $1 million or this or that and everything like that, I'm like, no, I would just be like, hey, can I talk to my mom for one day? Type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely get that. And RGZ Mac, he says that's really weird, but I mean, if you're put in a situation where a parent or a loved one's in such like a dire need, I mean, where death is better than what they're in, you always have to respect their wishes. I would say.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
I didn't want to. It's like no, I'm not going to, but it's just like when you've been, it is a weird when you're like I don't know, like as a kid, death was a big thing in my life because so many different, people died when I was so much younger that it's like it always was like stuck in my head. And that was one of the things with her. She was just like, I don't want to be a burden to anyone type thing.
No, I
It's
that's how I feel, right? Well, with my anxiety and all that, I feel like a burden, and that's how I feel the same way. Like I would want to not burden like my nieces, like if I become this sort of, I wouldn't say like vegetable or anything, but like a person that slows down their lives, like my niece. It's like, no, like I don't want to burden you. I want you have your lives you need to live. Like I don't want you to think of me like that. You know what I mean? That I don't want my last memories of her and I or whatever to be where I'm just a burden and she has to come like help me do this or do that. But I know like as far as losing someone like I really love, I loved my grandparents on my mother's side, and I remember finding my grandmother passed away when I was young. Like I went to go like wake them up for the morning, and like I always do, like at their house. It was like next door. We lived next door to them, and I found my grandmother like they're asleep. I was said she was asleep, but with her eyes open. And my mom's like, oh, and came over there, and I guess it was just like that time. But yeah, I know that feeling as far as the empathy of like being close to like my grandparents. But I can't imagine losing like you, Ian, your father at a point where it shouldn't have happened. um and then like Leland, you actually cared about your mother, and losing her, I can't, like, you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to I guess compute.
You said, are your grandparents still around?
No,
No.
they pass, but yeah, I was like, it's because my parents worked a lot, so we always like had like okay money. That's why my grandparents were always taking care of me, and then I was the first son, and in a Mexican family, the first son is like a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, because yeah, we
my
had like, uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. No, you're good.
No, I had like an older sister, but whenever I was born, the first son, it was like, oh shoot, he's gonna pass on the last name and everything, you know. And I was a big deal, so I was always like spoiled by my grandparents. So like I was close to them. I was never really close to my parents.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
My
like
my
that.
my great grandmother is still alive on my mom's side, and my grandma, and I was like I'm like the first son on, like, there's been like so many daughters, you know, in this line, that I was like the first son born first, and so
Uh-huh.
they always make a big deal about that every time I see her. It's just one thing she always points out.
Yeah, it's weird that the first, well, I guess because you're supposed to pass on the name or something,
Yeah,
the first son born. And yeah, I'm not planning on doing that. My nieces are my sister, you know, gave birth to two nieces, so I'm happy with that.
I know.
Uh,
I've got a daughter, so yeah, there's no name passing on this end.
I don't know. I think well, I have a niece, is not a daughter, niece, but I think girls are just easier. I think it'd be hard to be a boy in this world that's coming now, like this new world order of
Oh, I totally agree with that.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean? With
Yeah,
especially if you're a white, a white guy, that's definitely like the
yeah,
biggest downfall.
if you're a colored female and you're born into this world, like you're already like 3 steps ahead of everyone, to where like I would hate to have a son that's white complected or something, you know. It would make the world so much harder on him, you know.
It's like
But
even if they are a good person, it's just what's the stereotypes that white dudes
yeah,
get nowadays.
well, that's what the news is beating into you, you know, like it's the news or cartoons, or you know, making everyone else out to be the heroes, you know. And it's just like I don't know. I don't know how it is to be a kid nowadays with all this shit going on, let alone like uh you know, all of us not really having parents to look up to, you know, like you're because we're still young, all of us, right? I'm in my 30s. I know you, Leland, were saying you're in your 30s.
I'm
Ian,
about to
you're
Yeah, I'm
turn 30.
36.
like, we're still young. We could still use some advice from fucking elders, and you know, we just aren't getting it. We're kind of like having to learn from our mistakes or from their mistakes than actually be told what to do or how to do it, you know. And it's just like, man, like, I don't know. Thank God for YouTube, I guess, to teach you how to tie a tie, or fucking, you know, how to.
I have to look it up every single time.
I know, like, my dad never fucking taught me how to tie a tie. I
I
had
had
to,
to look up YouTube to learn how to change a lawnmower belt, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I would have had spent like I don't know, a couple $100 to have someone do it for me.
yeah, it's crazy to think, like, it's, you know, thank it for that, but it's just like, you know, that's kind of why you have your parents there. And even if it's like in my situation where they just don't want to be there, or you know, unfortunately in Ian's, where like, you know, you lose someone too soon, way too soon, or Leland, you know, where you lose someone as well. It's just like I don't know why even become a parent if you're not gonna be a parent, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird, just the world, you know. I didn't mean for the therapy time here to get so, you know, down on the dumps. But yeah, I know I was just here talking about my mom and how, like, yeah, I just cannot. She's just pure toxic, pure evil, you know. Um, but that's the way she lives. That's the way she wants to live, I guess, you know. Ian, what about you, Ian? Do you believe in like afterlife or any of that?
Oh, I mean, probably, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
My wife is religious. I'm kind of more of like spiritual, I would say. I wouldn't say religious, but I mean, yeah. Uh, I don't really delve much into it really.
Yeah. Well, of course, there are way other things think about other than like what's after, I'm
Yeah.
worried about more what's during or what's before. But yeah, I know. Yeah, spiritually, I just think there has to be a maker, someone
Andrew
higher up.
Andrew Sabilo, if you're a good father figure, I'll accept you. I do have that complex where like I look for men in power, and I'm just like, teach me.
Mm.
I need the knowledge.
My sister's like that. She's always looking for mother figures, and then I've noticed that like I think I like women with deep voices. Like my mom had a deep voice, and so I'm like always after like a woman with a deep voice, you know?
See, my mom didn't have a deep voice, but I know exactly what you mean about women with deep voices because my wife has one, and like I love women with deep voices.
Yeah,
That like
yeah.
that raspy, like smoky voice.
Yes, exactly. Like the one at
Oh
the woman at the diner that's like, you want more hot butter with your hot cakes or something like that, you know? Yeah. No, I'm always looking at for a woman like that, and I think that's like the curse my mother, put on me or something as well. But
You're looking for a Waffle House waitress.
yeah, probably that one. Yeah, one more butter with your hotcakes there, hun. I
yeah.
but no, I think I'm looking. I would be looking more for like a Mexican woman too. Like as far as like I don't know if when you listen to like what I talk about, I like an Asian woman, but I want to be with a Mexican. It's kind of like I
You
don't
like that
know.
Latina flair?
Yeah, it's like you want a vacation somewhere, but you want to live somewhere else. Like you know. So I was like, yeah, I'd rather have fun with an Asian, but then live a life with a Mexican. You know, and a woman
Hispanic
for sure.
women love to cook. And
Oh yeah,
they cook very good.
and they'll learn to cook a lot of things too.
Yeah.
I've seen, yeah, where they don't just go for Mexican, even though that's like what they're really good at. They'll venture out and try like Thai, make anything spicy. They'll try to make.
Yeah, I work at a smoking plant for meats, and it's basically all Hispanic. And there's like occasion, like I'm like one of like 5 white guys that work there. And so the Hispanic women, they'll if we pay to pull in, and they make our lunches for us. Some of the
Hell
workers.
yeah. No, but I know right now I'm just working remote with a tech company, just tech support. I'm still technically working at the grocery store, but I don't know if I'll go back if I start feeling better. I know I had therapy earlier today, and I'm kind of worried because here in Texas, you have to now meet with your doctor at least one time before you can get prescribed certain medications, those controlled substances.
Yeah.
And I can't go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I haven't left my house. Well, I left my house like to go down to the corner store, but I haven't traveled further than like 20 miles in like 6 years. Like
How far is
I've
your
been.
doctor?
He lives in Austin. So he's like
Oh,
he's like
you're in
70,
San Antonio. Yeah, yeah. All right.
yeah,
In
he's
that
like 70 miles away, and it's like that's yeah, that's across the world.
you're just not in the option to just look for someone else, or
I can look, yeah, I'm thinking of looking for someone else if that's the way, but still, like, if it's like the rule that I have to meet in a doctor's office, I don't know where, because the furthest I've gone in the last 6 years is probably as far as the Home Depot that I live by. So that's probably like 20 minutes away. Like I haven't gone further than that in 6 years. So
Hmm.
I haven't gone anywhere. Like it's all, I guess it's called agoraphobia, where you don't like you leave your house. I mean, I do leave my house, but I can only
Do you
go
have to
so
like
far.
you have to like prep yourself up? Because that's how I have to do it. It's like I have to like it's like a big event just to like go to the grocery store. I have to like
Yeah,
pump myself up, be like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go to the grocery store. We're gonna get what we need to get,
I
and
I
we're
prep
not gonna let
everything.
anything stop it.
I make
Yeah,
sure like here's my whole list, here's my game plan on like where it's the least amount of time spent. So I'm like efficiency. It's all about efficiency. Like this aisle's here, I grab all this,
yeah,
grab all
and
this,
you
grab all
and you
this.
figure out which time the least amount of people are gonna be there, so you can
Yeah,
just get in and out. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm the exact same way. Like,
yeah. And I don't know if you people want to call that OCD or whatever, because I don't want to add on to my list of what's wrong with me. But yeah, but yeah, it's like I consider like a grocery store run or something like that a big like event, and then I hate it because my sister will always call me while I'm shopping. Oh, hey, can you grab this? And it fucks everything up. Like now my whole plan is like screwed up. I'm like, I had my plan. You're calling me. You knew I was like you knew I already knew I was gonna shop, and you're throwing a wrench in my plans. Now I have to completely change my route, and it's just I don't know. It's a lot of things mess with me
Well,
nowadays.
the worst for me is after you get done with that planning and then you run into someone at Walmart because you can't just leave and go at 1 or 2 a.m. because that's what I used to like to do
Uh-huh.
is, is go when, they were open all night. But now you have to run into people and have conversations and act friendly
Yeah.
and put on a smile for people just for a little bit.
And you can't tell them like the darkest things like this, like, oh
No,
no,
you're in a
I'm
Walmart.
be
You can't.
you can't say I'm suffering terribly with my mental anguish and anxiety. No, I'm terribly having problems. No. You
No,
have to
it's
be
oh,
like, oh,
I'm here.
everything's
I'm
great.
grabbing some groceries.
Yeah, everything's great. Just
Yeah,
doing great.
I'm doing
have you
great.
guys ever left a full cart in the store because you were so bad you had to just leave?
I've done that
I've
with
never
like
been to that point.
I've done that with a
Yeah.
hand basket, not with a full cart, because like when I worked at the grocery store, um, I would work like 5 days a week, so I could do small runs of groceries instead of just shopping one time for the week, like families typically do, or one time for the month. I worked there 5 days a week, so I could shop. Oh, I'll just grab this. I'll grab this for 2 meals and then shop for another 2 days and then shop for another 2 days. The only problem with that is that every day my sister would want something like, oh, grab that, oh, grab that, oh, grab that. It's like, dude, I don't want to shop like today. I just shopped yesterday, and then you're gonna probably have me shop tomorrow. So how am I gonna shop today? But
Yeah, if we
it
don't do groceries, we're almost at Walmart every day, which is a hassle. Like if you don't
yeah,
do groceries on Sunday, we're making a daily trip. That's just a pain.
it's a pain. And I would it would be a pain for me, and I was already there because I was working there.
Yeah.
Let alone for someone who's
Is that the grocery store you're saying you're not going to Walmart right now? How are they not docking you or anything? You just on a
right now. I'm on a long-term disability,
okay.
and I'm not getting paid from them, but I have that other job I'm in right now, my remote job that's full
Yeah.
time. Luckily, I got it, so I'm able to like make money. But technically, I still do work there. I'm just just long term. What would you call it? Like when you're away, like a long term
Yeah, just a
away.
leave. I would call a leave of
Yeah, a leave of
Like a
absence.
furlough?
yeah.
Yeah, like a leave of absence, and I have until maybe July, and I want to stay there because I've been there with that company for almost 11 years, and I love it. I just don't love the people that they had recently hired, but a lot of stuff messed me up so bad that I can't even like be there and commit to working. Like I know what messed me up the most was like the fact that like because I worked at Home Depot and that grocery store job, and both of my jobs started telling me, well, hey, you can't work these hours. You can only work. We have to have you work multiple different types of shifts, and then my other job was telling me, oh, you have to work multiple types of shifts, when for the last 6 years I've been working all mornings at HEB, yeah, at HEB, the grocery store, and then all nights at Home Depot. So both of them are telling me, well, you either pick one or the other. And so that messed me up because that's my financial
Yeah.
life. And then also, I don't know if y'all heard of that shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas. But like I'm from there.
I live in Texas. So
Yeah, I'm from Uvalde, so that shooting like really messed me up too. Because one of my buddies that I grew up with lost like his daughter, and you start like thinking in your head, well, what if this, what if that, what if it was my niece, da da da, and like those two combination, those things, really like brought me all the way back down to where like I couldn't even go to work. I could barely be here in my own home without feeling like anxious, afraid, and just depressed, you know.
RGZ Mac, why did you need 2 jobs? You need 2 jobs to almost get by anywhere here.
Is that, did someone
There-
ask that? Why did I need 2 jobs?
It's they both pay minimum wage. Home Depot and HEB both pay minimum wage.
Yeah.
No, they're
If it
nice
if
retail.
it wasn't for my wife having a job and me having a job, one of us would be working 2 jobs as well.
Yeah.
If I would be playing, I would be 80 hours at a plant right now. Instead, my wife's working as well. It's just how you have to get by.
You know, and I don't even mean that to sound like insulting to him. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot there's some places where you don't need to work 2 jobs, you know, in the world. I it just felt like such a normal thing. And yeah, I worked
Lorenzo
at,
and I both live in Texas. RGZ Mac.
yeah. So
I mean, cost of living isn't high, but he lives in San Antonio, where it's exponentially higher than where I live. But
and then that, and I
even now-
wanted like I could maybe do with just one job, but then it would be like barely making it. Whereas you have that second job, and okay, I can buy my niece the Nintendo Switch game that she wants. I can kind of like, I guess, enjoy life and not just be like real burdened with money. You know, it helps a lot.
That's
That
why we
second
need to
job.
get you to 1,000. We got to get you to 1,000, so you get them
the super
the
chats.
super chats.
there you go, yeah. Oh yeah, and if you donate, you get the
Oh yeah, you get that.
Oh, the bell.
That one's going off right there. Damn.
But in Sacramento, you live off of $2,400 a month. That's in California. I mean, you probably get paid higher there than you would in Texas.
Yeah, it just it
Minimum
depends
wage,
on,
$7.25.
yeah, it just depends on how your lifestyles are too and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't live like an outlandish lifestyle, but I have a house that my sister and my nieces live in with me. I have a truck payment, you know, so like I have bills. You know, I'm not saying I'm living this lavish lifestyles, the rich and the famous, but it's like, you know, I wanted to invest in a house, buy a truck, and you know, that's
Where do you live at, Leland?
I live in Georgia.
In Georgia?
Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, like northern Georgia.
Northern Georgia.
yeah.
Yeah, cost of living is like super low here as well. It's just, but 725. It's just with inflation. It's just how is anyone going to live on that? Like,
Dude.
especially if you live alone.
It's still waiters and waitresses. They make $2 an hour.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You live off tips. I mean,
No, that's
Hey.
crazy. That's why I'm trying to get that 30 million Spotify deal too.
there you go.
So I could barely make it.
it's like a dozen of eggs is almost the equivalent of like an hour of work nowadays.
Oh my god. I'm so pissed that the price of eggs went up. That really, like, you know, gas didn't even bug me when like the price of gas started going up, because you're like, oh, okay, I we need gas, whatever, that's fine. But eggs like really bug me because I fucking love breakfast. Like I could eat breakfast every meal of the day. And when they started raising the prices of that, I was like, what the fuck? And then they're like limiting how many you can buy. I don't know. That one got to me. That one really got to me.
I remember when the was it when there was that disease with pigs and everything, and bacon went up
Yeah.
super high. I was just like so disappointed because it's like you get like a pound of bacon for like $3, and then went up to like $7.
Man,
It's like
I
I guess I'm
worked
not
at a
eating bacon
restaurant.
anymore.
Romaine did that. Romaine lettuce. You know, they got
Mm.
that
Yeah, I remember.
whatever that was, and that went around for a real long time. And this one restaurant I worked at when I was younger, it was a bad problem for us.
no, I remember that too years ago because I've had quite a few jobs in the minimum wage lifestyle where shit like that went down. But yeah, now I mean, you know, I guess like now I'm in a good spot. Other than I need to figure out how to do that doctor thing. How I'm gonna fucking go see my doctor. I don't know. Like I'm
My
feeling
wife,
better, huh?
my wife does an online counseling and therapy. I mean, like through a telephone service, or not a telephone service, like through an online service.
Mm-hmm.
And she was able to see a psychiatrist and get prescribed some form of anti-anxiety pills. So I'm probably looking into that.
I'll see.
It's called Teledoc, TLEDOK.
Oh yeah, I've used them once.
Teledoc.
Yeah, and they were all right, but they
It's
couldn't.
expensive. It's expensive if you don't have the right insurance.
No, I actually had like pretty good insurance where it wasn't too expensive, but they couldn't do controlled substances for me, and that's I guess where I'm at, where I need like
Oh, you're okay. You're up on another level.
yeah, I need that hard stuff. And so that's why my doctor he messaged me out of the blue like, "Hey, in May, you have to meet in person." And I don't know. I'm hoping there's like a loophole around it or some way we can say like, "Hey, I've been with you for like 5 years, doctor. Like, can I get grandfathered into this shit, cuz I can't even make it to the corner store without kind of being scared, let alone make a whole drive to Austin. I wish I'd go to Austin. I miss going to Austin, all the concerts and stuff.
Do you have a really good friend, Lorenzo, that you hang out with?
Yeah. My buddy, Retro Horror Inc.
Oh,
He
okay.
that does all his designs. He's real close. We're real close. He stays here with me.
does does he have any of agoraphobia?
Nah.
No.
He's very OCD. He cleans everything, which is great for me because I'm a mess and he's here like cleaning up fucking everything. It's
Would
like the
he
odd couple.
would he ever be up for driving you around town while you film while y'all film each other?
And the thing about me is and this is gonna sound whatever, but I cannot be the passenger of a car without being scared. Like the
Is it some
fear,
kind of motion sickness or just a fear?
it's a fear.
A fear.
That's where it
What about
started.
sitting in
Like,
the back seat? Would you
no,
sit in the
dude.
back seat?
See, and it all started right because years ago I was fine. I could drive anywhere. I would go to Austin.
Well,
I would go to
why wouldn't you drive retro horror around?
and see like we can drive like down to the corner store, but
No, you said you had a 20-mile limit, right?
it's only in one certain direction. It's not like a radius, like suddenly I start like a oxygen tank.
Yeah, you have a bubble.
Have you been watching the?
Where does your bubble and where
Yeah.
does your bubble end?
Yeah, my bubble ends at, well, right now it's very small. It ends just kind of down the street at the Family Dollar. It used to end all the way at the Home Depot where I used to work.
It's so shrunk.
Yeah, so it shrunk recently when I tried different anxiety medication, and then I tried the what was it? The Delta 8. I tried like some of
The
it.
Delta 8 THC.
Yeah, I tried the Delta THC to see if it would help me, and man, it fucked me up to where like it brought me down, back, like down hard. Like it scared me.
Yeah, I've tried the Delta 8 THC. I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah, it scared me. Like
Yeah, I'm
literally,
not.
I
As someone who
couldn't. Yeah,
smokes, it.
especially with the
It's not.
anxiety.
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah, and my buddy, Retro Rink, he does all that stuff, and I was even trying like ketamine for a little while, and it would just kind of like knock me out. It would just make me tired, but it didn't really help with the anxiety. And yeah, like now I know I'm feeling a little bit better now with the doctor giving me, the clonazepam and the paroxetine and all those like other ones. But I need something. I don't know how to tell a doctor I need something stronger without sounding like an addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
w-
it's
I've never been in that mindset where I've never gone through the route of substance like that. Probably I've done drugs and stuff, but never like for help.
yeah. No, I need it. Like, and I talked to a therapist. Like I talked to her earlier, and I was able to just she knows I'm pretty self-aware. I'm not here thinking like, oh, I have to cope or this and that, but like this has been how I've been for so many years, and it just all kind of came crashing down to this point right here because I never cared about my mental health. I only cared about working those two jobs and making money to pay bills and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, what's up?
once you start fixing that mental health, it definitely start to feel like a better person. Because I've been doing that. Like I'm on SSRIs and stuff like that. So it definitely it makes it's better. I feel like anyways, like my life doesn't suck as bad in
Oh
that
yeah,
view.
I know there was a while where when I was at work, I was working at the grocery store. I was super impatient and I would get like these tantrums. And I remember I told my boss off like one time, like real bad, and I was like, "Oh shit!" It was because like I was on like this other medication or something that just like lowered my patience. But man, I remember like telling my boss off like in front of everyone, like fucking bad. And I was like, man, I don't know how I didn't get in trouble. But I think it's because a lot of people were like, well, you were kind of right when I told them the shit. But I don't know. We'll see. I constantly like go see the doctor, and see what he can do for me. I know it's all pills though. Like I feel like I've tried this therapy where I try to drive myself a little further, and I don't know if it helps. It doesn't feel like it helps. It just makes me feel like I get through it, but I don't actually get any help from it.
Yeah, yeah.
But part of the podcast too was like I was on my disability leave, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start this podcast, and it's gonna be about my life and random shit and just how I feel because I feel like shit all the time. And I don't know why people like I said, like you fans here have attached to it so well. It makes me laugh.
Dude, I love your podcast. It's my favorite. Like,
You're breaking up, Leland.
okay.
I can kind of hear you, Ian. You there, Leland? I can see you, Leland.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it lagged for a second. I was saying I watched your where you interviewed. I don't know if it's Cardiff for the first time, but it was like he had the Santa beard
Yeah,
and
yeah,
hat
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Oh man, I was laughing so hard at that. I don't know. You guys are so good together. You definitely should do more. You guys should definitely do more together. I feel.
Yeah, I just like he's really taken me under his wing, Cardiff, and it's always made me like feel strange, like, because I'm like, well, I don't get their whole like the whole Dabbler universe and all that, like, because I have no idea like of all those characters when I came into this, and then like even interviewing Mint Salad, I never knew her. I just asked her, "Hey, can I interview you?" And suddenly it was like, "Oh, who are these podcasts had you on?" Making, I guess, making fun of the podcast, and it was hilarious. What they did, like talk about me, and yeah, no, it was just funny.
That's how
And
that's how you.
Yeah, that's how I found you too. Is who are these podcasts?
yeah, and I had no idea that podcast existed. All I would listen to is maybe like wrestling podcasts and like one other podcast called Hello Dysfunction. That's pretty much it. I had no idea of this podcast. It's just, I don't know. It's great. And then Adam Thoreau, I always say he's a great man because he, like, I guess he introduced me to them. And yeah, now like Cardiff even hit me up earlier and we were on like a show for a little bit. I don't know if you saw like these white guys.
You ready to play Are You Really a Mexican?
Yeah. Yeah, I was
So
on.
if someone said Te amo to you in Mexico, what would they mean?
Te amo.
Yeah.
Man, is that like my love? What is it? I can't remember what that
This
means.
means love you.
Oh, I love you. I thought it said my love. Like you're my love. Ti amor, my love. It's mi amor, I think.
What's the legal age to drink alcohol in Mexico?
Can I guess as well?
Yeah, go ahead, Leland. Are you a real Mexican?
I
Is
will
it
see.
13?
14.
No. You got to be an adult at least. 18.
Oh, 18.
Originating in Mexico, this invention's first transmission happened in 1943.
Radio?
Wait, repeat the question?
Originating in Mexico, the invention's first transmission happened in 1943. Color television.
Really? Really?
What is the largest cat to be found in Mexico?
The bobcat.
Nope. Lorenzo,
Leopard?
you are the whitest Mexican I have ever seen. You as well, Leland.
I've heard that before. The jaguar?
It is the jaguar.
Is it the jaguar?
Yes.
Jaguar.
The smallest breed of dog?
The chihuahua?
Chihuahua.
National animal of Mexico?
Man.
A different version of ours?
It's an eagle, isn't it?
A golden eagle.
He like spray painted. I thought it was like an eagle holding a snake. Like I'm pretty sure that's on the flag.
I think that is part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like an eagle holding a snake, a dead snake.
Mexico is home to the world's largest what?
Cactus.
I mean, maybe, but this is one of them. Exactly that. This is Pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Colula.
Oh.
Or Tehuantepec. I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah, who cares?
How many states are in Mexico? 31.
14. 31?
31 states in Mexico.
Jesus.
So Mexico has states as well?
That's what it says.
I did not know that.
Talking all this shit about our border. They got border. They got borders there too.
They got borders. Oh, I should have had the chat up. They were guessing along as well. I'm using an iPhone and an iPad.
They were guessing. They're just saying random.
Yeah.
Yes, Snell, enormous prostates. Leopard 13. Oh well, that's how many likes are here. Well, I don't know, man. Uh,
Did Cardiff really give you any information into going into Who's Right?
yeah. Oh, he gave me the answers.
Oh, he
Yeah.
gave you the answers.
Yeah, straight
That's
up.
perfect.
He was like, but don't make it obvious.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I like
okay,
the song one where you started singing, or like it was the movie. I can't remember what it was. It was probably a movie with Scarlett or no, the singer
is it Alicia
Lady
Keys?
Gaga. Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah, Lady Gaga. Yeah, well, it's like I tried to make it like I actually, okay, I could guess these answers. I could make it seem like I'm guessing them. But it got to a point, yeah, where it's just like, oh come on, he's getting everyone right. Like, come on, that's bullshit,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, it was shit.
Well, I mean, you were the highlight of the Who's Right of today's Who's Right, because after y'all left, Doug was like, I hate when I make people leave because then I'm just sitting here like I don't know what the fuck to do next.
Nah, but Cardiff's cool. He like I said, it's a very strange universe because I don't know anything about Howard Stern. Like, I didn't know any of these people or everything that like I'm being introduced to.
Yeah.
This Dabble verse and all that. I have no idea of it, so it's all like brand new to me. I felt more.
I went from WATP to Uncle Rico. That's like how I learned everything that's going on in this Dabbleverse.
Yeah. I was at Uncle Rico. I was on. Let me see. I had a couple from the Dabbleverse. That's how I got introduced to Perry. I've been real big into Perry Caravello lately.
And I've been seeing that name too, and him, and I have no idea.
He's just a goofy old man that screams and yells, and people know he lives at 7722 Reseda Boulevard in California. And
they constantly send
apartment 102
packages
if anyone
and
wants
food.
to send him McDonald's or anything like that. He really loves fish fillets and bowls of chili from Wendy's. So.
He seems like a strange man. I know I was trying to get to interview Bob Levy, and we were messaging today, but I had my therapy like right when he was available, and I was like, oh
really?
man, yeah, I was like, crap, like no, I can't, I have therapy. And so like we couldn't get the times because I have questions written there to interview him with, and just for fun, for kicks. And then tomorrow I have that topic time with Harrison Young.
I was wondering. I was going to ask you I couldn't remember if it was today or when.
Yeah, I thought it was yesterday or today, and I was looking for it. And I watched. I didn't see it, so I watched Carl's topic time.
Yeah, and I don't know how that's going to go down. Like, because I don't know what.
Carl somehow had a copy of it, so you could probably after it airs, you could probably contact Harrison and grab it, get a copy of it.
Yeah.
Or did you record it as well?
Which one?
The interview with him.
We're
gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh, y'all haven't even done it.
Yeah,
he does it live.
Yet. Or I have no idea. We'll see. He texted me on my phone number like, hey, here's a promo. That he's like, you have to put this promo. He's like, if you don't put this promo on your Facebook, I'm not gonna interview you, and you have to put it word for word, like I typed it for you. And I look at it, and it's just like, oh hey, from Boston, da da da. And I'm like, this is fine. I don't care. This isn't gonna make me look like a weird person. So I put it on my Facebook, and I never even really use my Facebook. And all these people like it and shit. And he's like, oh yeah, can't wait to interview you. And he messaged me, so you have to be right in front of your computer at 3:45 p.m. sharp, and then I will text you with the instructions. Like,
yeah.
he's just like, and then you got to meet me in Times Square,
Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Like, this is the way we're going to do it. Very professional. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Like, yes, sir. I'll meet you there. We'll see what we can do. We'll make magic, I guess, but I don't know how it might be, and I don't know how long he takes to turn it around. Like how many days it'll be before he airs it or
Oh,
whatever.
that is true.
Yeah. So.
Are you gonna wear your red shirt?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not changing. This is staying on me. I'm gonna be
Carl
bare.
Carl got nice and he got like a dress shirt on. It was kind of funny.
That would be funny to me. I need to buy a new shirt. I'm probably gonna go next with purple if I do go like a different color, just because I like
Yeah, I
purple.
Now
tried
is
to
that the same
I,
red
tr-
shirt?
I tried to find a red shirt, but all I had was purple, so I rocked the purple tonight.
Is that the same red shirt you wear every day, or do you have a pack of them?
I have 4 red shirts of the exact same red shirt. And they each they're each different variants. Like it almost feels like in a video game when you're getting hurt and your character has like a little tear and then more of a tear. Like I have one shirt with a stain, I have one shirt with a hole, I have one shirt like with the hole at the bottom. So you can tell if you look at it, you can tell that I'm wearing a different red shirt because they are like all variants. They all are different, but they're the same brand, the same that like moisture wick feeling where it dries real quick. And yeah, I just found like the shirt I love wearing. So I bought 4 or 5 of them. I probably lost one of them somewhere. So now I just down to 4. I probably bought 5 for the week. But
I fluctuate with my weight so much. That's how basically all my clothes feel. Is some days they feel really great, and then you try to put them on the next day, and I've a 12 pack the day before didn't really help.
I want to go. I don't know why they're saying not or to stay red. I want to go purple because of like Shredder. I love like purple. I was thinking of when my buddy Retro Horror Inc. made that Krang drawing of me with Cardiff. I was like, man, I kind of want to rock purple now because of Shredder. Because Shredder looks fucking badass in purple. Like you see this motherfucker wearing purple, and you're scared of him. He's like beating people up, but he's all proud of it. With the purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like thinking about it, and I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see how the interview goes. I'm gonna wear this same shirt. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna shower because I'll probably just get up and start making like I want to make more content for the week too. Just doing random shit on the Patreon and all that.
Are you doing any gaming?
Yeah, I still need to do power wash
You
the end
gonna
of that
stuff
one
with
level.
power washing?
Yeah. And then I bought actually just yesterday, but it doesn't get here till like another day, a 4K capture card thing so I can play Dead Space.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because this Xbox that I had here, well, the Dead Space is only for Xbox X and S, and I have the Xbox X hooked up to the other TV over there. Had my old Xbox right here by the computer, and so I'll just like switch them out and play Dead Space for some videos and shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I want to
I
try to.
haven't seen any gameplay from the remake.
Yeah, I've been trying to like avoid it, even though they're saying it's pretty much the exact same thing, except for a few changes here and there. But I haven't even seen the changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I do, even if I just play the original, I'd want to like play something. But
Mm-hmm.
it was fun just to do power wash and talk to everyone, talk, like power wash shit while talking to people is kind of just fun.
Yeah, definitely. I've got my Steam Deck, so I'm playing Power Wash Simulator every now and then as well.
And I have a Steam Deck too. I had originally bought it for my niece, but it's just there now. So I can just plug in the Steam Deck. I have a lot of games on there too. I could play like Detroit Becoming Human, because I really loved Heavy Rain.
Detroit Become Human is so good.
Dude,
It's like one of my favorite games. It's
I
What was
so
love
good.
the
game?
Detroit Becoming Human.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember like wanting to buy a PlayStation so bad just for that fucking game, because that's like I on the PS3 the only game I've ever beaten is Heavy Rain. Like,
Heavy Rain was good. Yeah.
yeah, I loved
Did you
Heavy
play?
Rain.
Was it Beyond Two Souls? It's the
That I
and-
played Beyond Two Souls before I played Detroit, and I think Beyond got me into Detroit.
yeah, it's the same company. They're like
Yeah.
it's all of them are really good.
Yeah. No, I really like Heavy Rain, and then I wanted to do Detroit Becoming Human, but I hated that it was and I even have like this PC I used here. It is a gaming PC, so I can play games. I just tell myself, oh, well, what am I gonna do, and I don't know. You know how it is, and then I'm here like trying not to fall off the face of the earth with my your whole anxiety and what's scaring you, da 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 to do. So we'll see what I do, but we'll keep adding shit to what we do here. We'll try to. I don't know. This was cool, just like meeting up with with y'all from the Patreon.
Yeah, it's a shame more people didn't show up.
Yeah, I just gonna one day the world. No, I know. The
One day we'll
world
be
will.
fighting to get into this lobby.
Oh yeah, and I can have
Yeah.
up to 10 people.
I wasn't gonna miss this, even though I'm being sick. I was like, I've been looking forward to this to hang out with the
Oh, yeah.
Lorenzo.
And it's cool. Like, I know we talked about some deep shit, but it's nice to just know that, like, you're not alone with all this shit. Like,
Yeah, that's what I
everyone.
love about your podcast. It's just like I don't know. It's like I told my wife, it's like listening and hanging out with like a friend.
Yeah, I just want you to know, like, everybody. And I don't want to sound like down, but it's like everybody's suffering. You know what I mean? Like, we're all suffering together, so you can't feel so like alone.
Yeah, normally what I've been doing with your podcast, I'll wait like 5 days. So I'll wait from Monday to Friday, or from every Friday basically, and then I'll just catch up on those episodes in between my shift at work, so I can just chill out and not have to do anything.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed with a lot of like on the amounts, like during the week it'll be small, and then or no, like maybe the weekend it'll be small, and then in the week it'll be like higher, just because I feel like everybody banks them,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
with the 10-12 minute episodes you can listen to like 4 or 5 of them on one trip, and you're like, oh
Yeah,
shit, you know what I
I'll
mean?
be sitting on my forklift just listening, just whatever.
Yeah, and then I've been slowly putting these lives like this on the podcast thing as well too, just to give it more stuff to listen to. So it's pretty cool, just having different variations of things to, I don't know, just talk about or just be about, because why
Yep.
not? But
Yeah, I've been going. I started from the beginning. That's what I've been doing. Like your first. I've been just boosting through your earlier episodes.
yeah, and I feel like I'm not proud of the first 2, but after that I'm like very like, okay, these start, I feel like I get my stride after the first 2 episodes, because I really didn't
Yeah,
know.
I felt that like after I was gonna say after like the fifth or sixth, I felt like you like definitely hit your stride. Like you knew what you were gonna do, and that's what you stuck to, and that's what I
Yeah,
like.
yeah, because I know there was a time where I wanted to do like a show about deals and discounts, because I love buying shit like on Bed Bath and Beyond. And I want to do like deals and shit, and I was like, nah, this isn't gonna work. Let me just tell my fucked up stories about. And everyone seems to love, and I'll tell y'all that crow story. Like, I swear everybody loves it, where they're like, oh man, you gotta tell the crow story where you beat the shit out of that crow or whatever. And I was telling my buddy, the Retro Horror Inc., we're gonna make a shirt that's like an old school wrestling promo or program, but have like me versus the crow, and then it's like
Nice.
it's
But
built up.
you should have like the Crow, like the movie guy, the Crow.
I was thinking like different things like that, or even in between rounds of Punch Out, it would have like me on one side and then the crow on the other side. like I'm about to fight him or something. But yeah, I know with my buddy who does all my art for everything, he's like down to do anything. So he's just he's down. I know right now he's even tattooing this chick in the we have like a shed in the backyard, and he's like tattooing her right now. We're probably getting some pussy too.
Nice.
And I was like, that's cool, man. Just be careful if you know how women are. There's I was like, I know because of my mom, they're snakes. You can't trust your own mother. Who can you trust? That's what I say. But no, I think it's been a good live. I want to thank y'all for coming by, man. Like,
Yeah, thanks for having us.
yeah, no, it was
Getting late, so I
Yeah,
gotta-
thanks for having me, dude.
no.
Nice to meet you, Ian.
Yeah, hey, nice to meet you too, Leland. Sorry,
Yes.
we were just focused on talking to Lorenzo.
No, it's great. It's great to just have an intimate conversation. It was cool, and yeah, like started out dark, pretty much stayed dark. But I mean, most of these like times I do where I talk about my therapy or this and that, they kind of go like that route where it's like, oh, uh, yeah, we all have problems. We deal with them our own ways, and we get stronger from them. Hopefully we do. And sometimes just holding on is good enough. You know what I mean? Like to tomorrow. You know, sometimes that's all we can do is be like, hey, at least tomorrow's there. We'll try again tomorrow, and then we'll try again tomorrow. But yeah, no, thank y'all for being here today. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all's support. Like, even the people in the chat, all of y'all, like, it's crazy to me. I can't fathom it. Like all of the support that I get from y'all. It doesn't compute with me because I'm just some like guy talking shit to myself for so many minutes a day. So
Well, we're all guys talking shit just about something.
You definitely deserve it, man. I
No,
feel you definitely
no.
deserve everything you get. You deserve.
Oh no, I think that sounds like something my mom would say right when she's sticking her dagger into my heart. you get everything you deserve, and then. But no, I want to thank y'all for coming, man. Thanks for being Patreon subscribers and all that. And we'll keep this machine going, man. Like we'll see where it goes. I thank everyone in the chat. Thank y'all for stopping by, and definitely you'll see me probably tomorrow do some gaming. Keep an eye out for that Harrison topic time. I'm sure I'll let everyone know when it's about to release or go down, and I'll keep trying to just get random interviews of people. Like I don't care whose show I go on or who I have on the show. I just want to like have fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just about having fun to me and making some good content. But yeah, man, thank y'all for being here so much, and I'll definitely have another one of these later on down the road. But
Night,
thank you, Ian
Have a
Hawk.
good night, guys.
Thank you, Leland. Be safe, guys. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all the support, and y'all take care. What does Cardiff say? Good gear or whatever. But no, thank y'all for being here. I'm sorry I didn't really read the chats. I was just having conversations with Ian and Leland, but thank you all for being here. Appreciate your being fans, and we'll definitely do some stuff again tomorrow. Yeah. Bye.